we have an unfilled square, and at the moment it actually has rotational symmetry of order 4. As I rotate it 90 degrees, it will look the same, and 4 lines of symmetry. So we need to shade it to remove all lines of symmetry, but have an order of rotational symmetry of 2. Now H is an interesting letter because it has 2 lines of symmetry and rotational symmetry of order 2, because if you rotate it 180 degrees, it looks the same. So we're trying to avoid something like a H. But Z actually has no lines of symmetry, but as you rotate it by 180 again, it will still look like a Z. So that's, if you know that, that's a bit of a help for this question. Now, one thing to say is that shading or not shading the middle square will have no effect to the lines of symmetry or the rotational symmetry. They'll remain or not remain as before. So we might as well shade it because we're trying to shade as many as we can. So it's then all about the rest of them. And remember, I want to have rotational symmetry. So if I, for example, shade this one, I'm going to have to shade this one down here, okay, to maintain the symmetry. So that could perhaps be a starting point, in fact. The thing is, if I then shade this one and this one, I'm reintroducing a line of symmetry. Sorry, like more lines of symmetry. At the moment, actually, I've got a line of symmetry, so I need to avoid that. And doing this, um, creates some. But if I then shade this one, maybe I'll do it in a different color. Then I'm going to have to shade that one to get my rotational symmetry back, but I'm back to the H. So that is a problem. And what I'm saying is introducing, yeah, the red, it, sorry, the green is also problematic. So this is okay at the moment. I just now need to try and remove the lines of symmetry. And I can do that actually by shading this one, which means I have to shade that one to keep my rotational symmetry. And so I've managed to shade 5 of them, and I've tried to justify why, well, eight's not going to be possible because you would just have a single square somewhere, and I think you're definitely going to get some lines of symmetry there. 7 will cause problems as well. 6 is maybe the hardest to realize that you can't do, but that was what I was showing a minute ago. As soon as you start doing like this and this, I create lines of symmetry. If I do this and this, then actually I've now got another line of symmetry down the middle. So yeah, 7's not possible. 6 is not possible because I can't just shade like an extra 1 because then I'll lose my rotational symmetry. Or if I got rid of the square, then I'm going to have lines of symmetry or no rotational symmetry. So what I'm kind of waffling a little bit. But what I'm trying to say, without like proving it deeply, is that it's going to be 5. Because when you go beyond that, you either start getting back lines of symmetry or losing your rotational symmetry. So this actually is a bit like the Z. It's just sort of going down like that. It's just not, you can see how it relates to the Z. So that is our answer.